Hey there, I'm here to talk to you about my favorite book, which is Success Through Positive Mental Attitude. And I have been reading this book all my since my college time, and I'm in love with this book. This book is written by Napoleon Hill, and he's the author of Think and Grow Rich, right? So in this book, there are many things that you will come across, but I find some of the things which are very interesting and makes a lot of sense to me. If it makes sense to you, you can listen to this. And if you feel positive, you feel motivated, if you feel that you're feeling good about yourself and you have started believing that self-motivation is the only way to succeed in life and grow in life and become a better version of life, then keep watching my video because there is so much in this book that I want to share with you and there is so much less time. So I'll try to make it as simple as possible as when I'm trying to, first read the book and then explain to you as to what it says here. Right? So let's quickly go through the instructions that have been given as an introduction that has been given in this book, which makes again kind of benchmark that you need to understand when you're starting to read this book, right? So every inspirational self-help book, action book, including this one, should be evaluated by what happens to you, the reader, as a result of the book's power to motivate you, to motivate yourself to a desirable action. By this standard, Success to Positive Mental Attitude is reputed to be one of the outstandingly successful inspirational self-help action books of the century. It has inspired countless thousands of men, women, teenagers to acquire good physical, mental, moral health, seek happiness, pursue wealth, and reach for high goals or other objectives that do not violate the laws of God or rights of their fellow men. Something wonderful is going to happen to you if you are ready. To prepare yourself to be ready, understand clearly Andrew Carnegie's observation that all achievement, all earned riches have their beginnings in an idea. Before proceeding further, I would like to give you a background of my co-author, Dr. Napoleon Hill. So, Dr. Napoleon Hill is a co-author. Let's see what we are going to learn more about. Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich, the book by Napoleon Hill, has motivated more persons throughout the world to acquire wealth and succeed in the careers than any other book written in the 20th century. Its author was born in poverty in a log cabin in Rice Country, Virginia, on October 1883 and passed away in Greenville, South Carolina on November 8, 1970. As a boy, young Hill was blessed, inspired, and motivated to high achievement by his calm, patient stepmother who loved him dearly. It was she who motivated a problem child to develop character, motivate himself to work hard, to become educated, and be an achiever. In 1908, while working for a magazine and attending college, young Hill was assigned to interview Andrew Carnegie, the great steelmaker, philosopher, and philanthropist. Andrew Carnegie was impressed with his interviewer that he invited him to his home as a guest. Hour and hour each day during the 3 day visit, the two men discussed philosophy. The elder romanced the lives of philosophers and the impact their philosophy had had on world civilization to the younger, who listened with rapture. In his discussion, Carnegie made it a point to express in simple, clear language the principles involved and the concepts of each of the philosophers he romanced. And he told something more how to apply those principles in everyday living as they pertain to an individual, his family, his career, or any human activity. A challenge. Andrew Carnegie knew human nature. On the way to motivate an aggressive extrovert with high energy level who has driven and stick to interviews, stick to itiveness. Okay, that's a new word for me. And whose reasons and emotions are in balance is to challenge him. The young guest was just such a person, and he was challenged. Wow.